Hi guys, this is the last essay that I'm going to post and give you feedback on. Hopefully it'll help. Okay, so let's start with the thesis paragraph. Again, there's really no need to begin your analysis essays this way. I definitely think I've said that enough. At this point, I hope you guys are starting to pick up on the idea that the thesis paragraph is a strategy. It is a time-saving strategy. If you use it right, it's also a way to help you layer purpose and meaning so that by the time you get to that last sentence, you have some really strong, complex, developed understanding of purpose that you can then apply in the analysis. Let's see here. Okay, so here's where actually starting here would be fine so that you can, the idea always is to maximize writing time. Gandhi provides a calm but forceful tone about Britain's wrongdoings and constantly advocates about his nonviolent protests if Lord Irwin won't negotiate with Gandhi. So let's just talk about the writing here. I actually don't know if the College Board would give a point for the thesis here. I kind of think they would, but depending upon your reader, part of me feels like this sounds very much like summary, except for the part of the tone, talking about the forceful tone. And then this part, if Lord Irwin, won't negotiate, it's awkward. So definitely the patterns, the layering, really focusing on how you're writing your sentences is important. Okay, so here, I would say this isn't really a strong topic sentence. It's more of just a summary of everything that's going on in the essay itself. And it just doesn't have, it doesn't feel purpose connected. Then we continue just to sort of go through listing things he does, but then there's no commentary. So we've got some evidence, but then we really don't have commentary. Again, I wonder if the College Board would see this as commentary, since it's more of a list of things he's doing, or evidence, I mean. So would it get the 2 for evidence, or would it get the 1? To me, it's more of a list, even though there's some evidence there, with very little commentary, which pulls me towards labeling it summary. Now, as the student goes on, I do think the student is trying to provide some type of commentary about the evidence, but still not pulling it off. There's not really a whole lot of how and why, and there's no sophisticated grasp of meaning going on. So in general, this student has a lot of work to do with commentary to get the passing score. This almost feels like part of an essay, but the big thing that's missing is the commentary, and the commentary is what's going to get you that credit. Now, again, the student does seem to be picking up on some things. The student has some kind of insight into purpose, which would move me to think that it's more of a 2 than a 1. Although part of me wonders, would this student get the thesis point? Would this student get the commentary point? Not quite sure, simply because I've never read at a reading. I have friends that have done it, but I've never done it. So I don't have that experience of knowing how harshly do they score when you start to look at that rubric. I do think, though, it falls closer to a 2 than a 1 as far as the evidence is concerned, but this is very close to a 1. It feels much more like a list with very little commentary, and even though that list is pulling out evidence from the text, it's not enough just to pull things that they do and just list things that they do. That ends up becoming more summary-based, but the student is trying to pull in some thought process, some analytical thinking, and so part of me thinks the College Board would reward that, but I just want to be very clear. You definitely have to provide more developed commentary. Um, well, I think that's everything I have to say about this one. Again, thesis paragraphs are important. Commentary is the way to get the most points, especially if it's purpose driven. And to get that sophistication point, you have to reveal quite a mature grasp of the purpose. It can't just be a grasp of the surface things, but just a realization that the student is inferring meaning, is able to kind of connect text to audience, that kind of thing. So this one just doesn't hit the mark, has a lot of room for growth. All right, thanks.